Well, let's talk about Aurobindo Pharma. Now, they have declared their numbers. Numbers on the face of it are looking in stellar when we just look at the face of it. But it's not something which is different versus some of the other pharma companies. So most of the pharma companies saw a decline in OPEX. That was also the case with Aurobindo Pharma. That is something which they have highlighted earlier as well. And that probably played out in the margins as well. But when we talk about the US sales, 430 million, by far the largest by any pharma company. In terms of EBITDA, 1400 crores plus on an absolute basis, 22% in terms of margins, which itself is quite high when you compare to Auro's historical average of about 19 to 20 odd percent. R&D spend has been upped by the company. That is something which they are looking at, or they were looking at, because they were foraying into biosimilars. They are looking at new areas of growth. So R&D spend actually was expected to go up, and it actually went up in this quarter. This quarter was led by US sales as well as Europe sales. There were some concerns that European markets may not particularly do that well, but I think that the growth across the space, whether it is ARV, whether it is injectable, whether it is the US market or the US generic market that they are looking at, continues to be pretty strong. Then when we talk about Aurobindo Pharma, they had a con call this morning, and in the con call, they clearly laid out that injectable is the growth area. They believe that over the next 3 to 4 years, 650 million of injectables sales is quite likely. In terms of net debt, last quarter they reduced it quite significantly. This quarter it was flat, but remember that they have done a sale of a business which will get them about some money into the company, which can complete in the next couple of quarters. That is something which they have said that they would use to reduce their debt. If that actually goes through as per the expected manner, they could probably be a net zero debt, or probably a net positive cash flow company versus a debt that they have at this point of time. Then when we just particularly talk about the sort of commentary that they gave, they were quite bullish on injectables. They've spoken about biosimilars and their targets over there, as well as talking about the PLI schemes that are going on for the API space. What could be the opportunities over there? They are looking at opportunities at this point of time. They have not particularly finalized. Then when we talk about brokerages have given a positive thumbs up. However, upgrades are yet to come in, which means that essentially people have not gone ahead and upgraded their targets. So when we talk about margins, 22%. Higher than estimates. We talk about the US sales, 413 million. The best estimate on the street was 415, 420 million. So they have exceeded that by about 2 to 3 odd percent. Yes, the PBT this time was higher at about 1200 crores, but at the same time, effective tax rate was particularly quite high. And that is the reason why PAT growth was limited. PAT came in at 806, but again, one has to say that it's a number which has beaten the street estimates on major counts. In terms of European business, they have not given any outlook, but overall, the outlook on the commentary for growth was particularly decent. It was on the higher side. Probably it tells you that they are quite confident of growth going ahead. Business so far is doing well. Q1 had an aberration. Some of it came into Q2, and their outlook for the coming quarters seems to be with decent growth, decent investments into biosimilars, as well as the PLI schemes.